Taylor, terrific job. They weren't allowed to sue because of COVID-19. Stand-up comedy is illegal. Should they start a Twitch stream? What was Steve to do? Wonder Dan to keep being funny. So over the internet weekly from 2 time zones, they started taking questions just like a live show. Steve was quick, Dan was quick, they were slick, and together they're money. Who would have guessed that the jokes they described could be drawn by Lydia in almost no time? Now Taylor's behind the desk, please don't mute me. He'll mute anybody. Yes, Steve and Steve Dan's the fella in red who makes sure all our jingles rhyme. Now my flamingos, it's Ask Us Everything time.
So I didn't know if that was like you and Taylor had arranged a bit beforehand.
I wish.
And I was very close to just jumping in and humming a theme song.
Oh, you think it's that fucking easy, do you? All right, Taylor, bring the tile up again. Everybody be quiet for a cappella Hofstetter humming a jingle.
Ready? Theme song. Meet the theme song of the show called Ask Us Everything.
Fuck, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn. You've been holding out on me this whole time. You can jingle. I didn't realize you could jingle.
If that is the level of jingle, yes, I can jingle.
Steve, we've been doing this for over 3 years now. You know that's the level. That's what they come to expect, these lovely people, and consistency is reassuring. How are you?
I'm good. In fact, the comedy gods have smiled upon me today.
Because you get to do a show with me?
Yes, that's what I meant. What do you got going? No, so that is not what I meant. So I didn't have my usual complaint. Everything had been running fairly smoothly. And then, so I'm in Central Time right now. I'm in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about 6 o'clock. And I'm getting hungry. And the sound check's at 7:30. Mm-hmm. And so I reach out to Mark and I was like, hey, you want to get some food? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. Do you have time? Because you're doing AUE. And I go, it's in an hour and a half. There's a Thai place 6 minutes from here. We'll be fine. So I go to that Thai place, and I eventually got it to go. I'll put it that way.
You're gonna have a sit in. You're gonna have a sit down dinner with Mark.
We were gonna sit down, have a lovely Thai dinner, a succulent Thai meal.
Fuck.
I don't know if you get the reference.
Oh, we get the reference. If you're a part of the show, you should get the fucking reference.
Well, not everybody acted like they got the fucking reference, but 45 minutes later, I asked them if I could get my food to go. 45 minutes later. And by the way, this is not like a fancy Thai place. There's no tablecloths. There's no, like, this is, like, we walked in being like, oh, this is going to be good because it looks kind of shitty. You know what I mean? Like one of those places where you walk in and you're like, if this has good reviews and it looks like this food must be fucking great.
Yeah, but you're expecting the service to be good? Steve, no.
No, I was
It gives you two things at once.
To exist. Not be good, but exist. Yeah.
And what did you order? Maybe it was something really complex like prawn chips.
It was very complex. Mark got a pad Thai and I got a pad CU. The two most common and basic dishes at a Thai place.
Yeah, look, I will give you that. I was going to say chicken satay skewers, they're a contender. They're probably the bronze medal podium there.
Also, Mark did try to get chicken satay skewers, and they came sans skewer. You ever seen that before?
Yeah.
But was the meat still together? Like as if held by some kind of invisible rope?
I don't think I've ever used the sentence pile of chicken before.
What are you talking? How have you not done that? Last Wednesday, I had a pile of chicken to myself in a hotel room. I passed out, still a pile when I woke up. It was gross.
Well, I've never referred to anything before as a pile of chicken, but it was
Hey,
a pile
Lord.
of chicken.
You know what the episode title is? Pile of Chicken. That actually sounds like a show hosted by Drew Carey. Welcome back to Pile of Chicken.
Behind door number 2, still chicken. By the way,
Still chicken.
you know it's going to be a good episode when we name it within 5 minutes of the beginning.
Yeah. I actually really like the concept for pile of chicken because I think sometimes it's going to be dead chicken, sometimes it's going to be alive chicken, just a pile of alive chickens, and they come out and attack you. And if you win, they become the dead chicken behind door number 3.
Yeah. I like it. In Pile of Chicken, your prize is picking the sauce.
I like it. I think it's a good show. I think it's got legs. Unlike those chickens.
I did, by the way, come up with a fantastic web series for Mark.
Okay.
So there was one night where we were staying. The hotel was decently far away from the venue, and it was also a long meet and greet after the show. And so by the time we got back to the hotel, I was pretty high.
Yeah.
And usually, I take the edible to go to sleep, but I did not count on the fact that from the time I took the edible to the time we get back to the hotel was like a fucking hour. So we get back to the hotel, and I get out and grab my stuff, and then I hold the door for Eben, and he says, "Oh, I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna park with Mark." And I just go, "Welcome to tonight's episode of Park with Mark." And I start very high pitching a web series where Mark drives around with a guest. He interviews a guest like it's comedians in cars getting coffee, but the idea is that he's in a neighborhood where there aren't a lot of parking spots, where it's hard to find parking. So that the interview takes a couple of minutes, and then when you do find a spot, that's the end of the interview. And also, what a nice thing. Everybody's excited you found the parking spot. And it's called Park with Mark, and that's going to be his new web series, I hope.
I like it. I mean, I think it's sadly actually got more legs than Pile of Chicken. I think that's
Park with Mark is a
better
pretty
watch
good...
Park with Mark. Because every episode's got a happy ending, except what if there's just one really, 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 really long episode?
Well, you better hope that on that episode you have a good guest.
That's true.
Steve, do you remember the first unofficial pilot for Park with Mark?
What was I don't remember anything about that.
Well, Steve was very high at the time, but we all were in the van. We pull up to the hotel, but then slowly, one by one, we decided to stay in the car and park with Mark. And Steve had already gotten his stuff and got out, and he went through one of those revolving doors. And we're like, "Steve, come park!" And he goes through the revolving door. He's like, "Good night, guys." And he comes out the other side and joins us. And we went and parked with Mark. And it
I
was only
forgot
right
about
across the street.
I really thought that was going to be a story of high Steve failing to navigate a revolving door. Where actually want to come back. He was just like, "Man, this door just keeps going, huh? Holy shit!"
No, it was purposeful deception.
Yeah. I mean, also, can we just play with some nice names here for Stone Steve? I'm thinking Steve Highstetter or Steve Hofstoner. Both good options.
Hofstoner.
Hofstoner.
Both pretty good.
Thank you very much. Taylor, obviously make that happen. You convenient lord. Did it happen? He didn't do it. Stone Cold Steve Hofstetter. Oh, that's not bad. All right. Well, I like this. And ladies, should we talk about Lady's birthday at all?
I don't know. I have a million stories. I've been having a good time here in Vegas. I've been having a blast.
Wait, are you telling me you did something more fun than Park with Mark?
Hey, that is the web series that's sweeping the nation.
The last few times I'm in Vegas for my 21st birthday, a bunch of the flamingos are here. A bunch of us went racing. It was very fun. I've been having a blast, but usually when I'm in Vegas, I'm doing the touristy things. I'm going to see Area 15. I'm walking through casinos. I'm going to shops. But this time I've been studying for a year to get good at poker so that I could play poker. So yesterday I played 13 hours at a couple of different rooms, and I've been getting the inside look at Vegas. So I've been getting the food that's hidden away, that's only a couple of bucks, like the steak and egg from South Point or whatever garbage food hall is in Ellis Island. And I found the secret bathrooms in these casinos. Guys, did you know there are secret bathrooms? So I've been having a good time.
I didn't know because they were a secret.
Well, I'm not going to tell you guys where they are, but there's secret bathrooms. And the bathrooms, you were saying that Thai place didn't have tablecloths? The bathrooms had tablecloths on the little toilet side table that holds the toilet paper.
Leedy, that's not a bathroom. That's just the manager's office.
I mean, I just like you're like, dude, this bathroom was so fancy. It had a tablecloth for the toilet roll holder, and it's like, I don't want my toilet paper on a table. I like the little circle. I like the little cylinder thing.
This one was in like it was in a holder, but it was on a fancy table.
Oh, I like a stand kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you
This stand
think
costs more than your Sprinter van, I'm sure.
Leedy's last show with the tour was in Vegas so that she could then stay in Vegas to celebrate her birthday.
Yeah.
And then we moved on to, I think, Tempe was the next city. We've been kind of Leedy-less for the last couple of days.
Oh no.
And I will say that while Leedy is living the high life of fancy toilet paper holders, we were in a hotel last night in Lubbock, Texas, that it took me legitimately more than 3 minutes of searching to find the toilet paper. Because the hotel bathroom was so small that the towel rack was in front of the toilet paper.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck does that?
You should have stayed in Vegas.
And the only reason I finally found it is because I used one of the towels.
This is my kind of humor right there. But by the way, that was a great story since Taylor changed your name to Get Peeved with Steve. I'm like, fuck. We're going to have a lot of episodes. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, look at that. You're Talk-a-ton with Muggleton, and Lydia's Talk CD with Lydia.
Hey. Actually, she's 21 now. She can do what she wants. But before that, Taylor, that would have been inappropriate.
And there's also she's a DJ. It's emo with Limo.
With Limo.
I love it.
Good. It's nice. Okay, so Lydia, did you say 13 hours of poker yesterday?
I did, yeah. And I've played poker every day that I've been here at various different casinos. I'm keeping track of it on like a bankroll app. And I haven't had a losing night yet. In fact, my best one, I bought in for 300 at the Bellagio at a 1-3 table, and I left at the end of the night with 900, which was great.
That is great.
Which is, I mean, that's pretty awesome. It is enough to get half a room at the Bellagio.
Well, I'm doing Secret Vegas, so actually a bunch of like red tape has been pulled aside because I'm running with people who do poker all the time, so they have like crazy comps. We're like skipping lines. It's actually the insane side of Vegas. Like this room is massive. It makes no sense. And then there's the Death Star out my window.
Nice. That must be a nice thing to look up to. I mean, I like that you're like, this room is massive. And like, yeah, I remember in Edinburgh, we shared like my room and you were on the floor on one pillow. That was enough to house you. And now you got two.
I mean, there's a little, there's a goblet here that I've been sleeping in. This is my bed. That's all I need. I'm pretty set.
Nice. Well,
we have 2 refrigerators, which makes no sense. There's one in there and one in there, and no microwave.
Oh, what is the microwave fridge?
It was fun to see, like, so I went with them briefly when they were playing poker at the Venetian, right? Mm-hmm. And it was fun to see how quickly Lydia was underestimated. Like, it is fun to see this like good old boys club just kind of be like, oh, this little girl wants to play with us. Here's all our money. Hey.
Oh yeah, we should have been there yesterday. It was crazy. So I walk in to get my chips, and I'm walking kind of slow. I'm just taking it all in. I'm having a good night, and some dude turns around from his table and he goes, "Are you lost?" I was like, "No." I keep on walking, and then some other guy asks me to grab him a drink, thinking I work there. And then I end up sitting down at the table, and there's this drunk guy sitting next to me, and he was kind of spacing out, not really acting super fast. And I was like, "Hey man, actions to you." And he goes, "I don't need poker lessons from some skirt." So I had a really good time at the Venetian yesterday.
It is so crazy that these poker players treat you the same way that sound guys at comedy clubs treat you.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking. But I've been doing all my Vegas tips too. Like I'm wearing around I don't know, do any other ladies do this? I'm wearing around a little fake engagement ring so I get hit on less. Does anybody else? The nodding from the crowd. My people.
Does that work for us too? Like, if I took my wedding bands off, would women notice me again?
No, it's the other way around.
Ah, damn.
Hey.
You know what's kind of weird is it only cuts out kind of the more normal people who would still kind of be creepy. So, but you know what? Any sort of thing helps, so that's fine.
Yeah, like the only people who would have hit on you, but then don't hit on you because of the engagement ring, are the people who would have hit on you respectfully.
Yeah, I just don't want any of it.
Yeah,
Don't hit
it's
on
just,
me.
It's just funny that like it's good to get rid of those also, but the idea of like now I know if someone hits on me, they're a fucking asshole. Like now.
It's
Well, look,
a good judge of character.
I just want to clarify that by Gus saying he'd still hit on me in the chat, which I appreciate. This is a lovely forward fellow. Should we start the show? I feel like this has been, even for us, quite a long lead in, because last week, I don't know if, I think we're kind of treating that like when your relative says something fucked at Christmas. We're just pretending like last week didn't happen. The solo Dan show. Everyone's like,
Oh, right.
We'll move on.
Yeah, I heard someone pretending to be me zoomed in.
Yeah. That Edward Snowden guy has more time than you'd think, is available for a very low fee.
Yeah.
But yes, obviously, thank you to all the flamingos who helped out with that show. Lady, Mike Cunniff did a fantastic job, but I still feel like you're safe. All right, let's play Last Call. It's Last Call. Time to shut your screen off based on the question. I know who I want to win this game. I know who I want to win this game. Oh man, for a second there, I thought Katricia wasn't wearing a neck pillow, but in fact had like 2 hamsters like on each shoulder. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that is
You have the
absolutely
devil
terrible.
hamster and the angel hamster.
That's true.
And they're both dead.
Oh. Taylor really bringing that long shoot energy to the show. I like it. I
But
bloody
yeah, that's
like
how
it.
they became a devil and an angel.
There is like a Taylor and a Tay Devil, like it depends on which week is
Tay-Devil.
bringing a different vibe. The Tay Devil. Maybe you should change his name this week to Tay Devil. All right. So I got Nkechi, we got not Lady tonight. We've got Kira, we've got another cousin, we've got Katricia, we've got Ali, we've got Ashley, and we've got Chris LeCool Flame. Oh, I forgot about that. That was truly glorious. The flame boy himself, inspiring world industries. You love to see it. Cool. Steve, shockingly, I won last week. Sucked in. So what is the leaderboard now, Taylor?
I actually would have expected you to have eliminated everybody.
Well, so the score is Steve 6, Dan 11, Yisrael 0.
Oh, so Dan played against Israel?
Yeah, and got smoked.
He had some questions ready to go as well. I tried to pay him for a couple of them for future weeks, but he wouldn't give it up. Oh well. I win them all. All right, Steve, would you like to kick us off?
Yes. If you have ever played any sort of table game at a casino, not just a slot machine, but any sort of table game at all, shut your camera off.
First question.
All right, we got 2.
Second there, I thought like lady snuck on there, but that was just someone's profile picture. I was like, how'd you do that? Did it everywhere. All right. So that was okay. Not that many. All right. How about this? I'm just going to go off Lady's thing. If you've ever done anything for 13 hours in one day, shut your camera off. Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Oh, an activity. It doesn't mean like breathing or sleeping.
Does riding in a vehicle count?
Absolutely. Counts. That's something. 13 hours in one day. That's a long day. I mean, I've done, I guess, like a plane would be the only thing I've done 13 hours in one day.
I've done a lot of things for 13 hours in one day.
Like, tell a customer service interaction at the top of this show. Still got it. All right, we got 3 left. This is good. This is good numbers. I like this. I like my odds here.
All right. If you have ever done any sort of gambling whatsoever and left up, shut your camera off.
Ah, come on. Surely. Ooh. I thought you had it there for a sec. There was a pause.
Kira, are you asking what left up is, or?
It's the opposite of write down.
Oh. No, because I was thinking, oh, do scratch tickets count?
No.
But I have won on scratch tickets, but they were in a stocking and I did not purchase them. So technically I didn't lose any money.
Yeah, so you don't get, that's not gambling. No. I would take sports betting. I would take yeah.
You know, dog fighting, all the usual stuff.
Again, I said sports betting.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, of course. My bad. Sorry, Leprechaun McPot just in the chat. I did a 20-hour catering shift once. Like, what? Come on.
Wait.
I woke up at 8 in the morning and didn't get off shift till 4 in the morning the next day.
Did you sleep at work?
No, I was working for my aunt in Idaho,
I was gonna
and they got
Yeah,
really
that
lax
seems
laws
illegal.
there.
They got really relaxed laws there, mate. Anywhere you are, they've got really relaxed laws, brother.
Well,
20 hours. That's
I just want
crazy.
to know what catering event was 20 hours.
there was like 3 different catering events. So it was like 1 in the morning, and then like 1 for a bunch of like fucking Republican douchebags, and then a wedding.
You said Idaho.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
People keep repeating themselves on this show.
I was just imagining like catering in Idaho, just him just walking around with just potatoes, just unpeeled, uncooked. Just like him. All right, sorry, we gotta sell this thing out. Maintain my lead. All right. How about this? How about this? If you've ever traveled without travel insurance, shut your camera off. Fuck.
like internationally, you mean? Like, you're
Yeah.
not talking about like
Domestic.
I'm going on a car trip.
Wait, I'm so confused that both of you have always traveled with travel insurance. Like every flight you've ever taken, you've
Yeah.
purchased the additional insurance.
I purchased the travel insurance from the bank, but not like from.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's because
guys
I'm
are
young,
very-
so it's cheap for me.
This is wild because whenever there's like that, oh, do you want to buy the extra insurance on a plane ticket? The only time I ever bought it was last time when I was flying to Australia because the COVID regulations kept changing. And so I was like, okay, let me get this just in case it's an expensive ticket. But like even with that insurance, they often don't pay out. So I'm just like, no.
I never take it from the flight. I always just do it from my bank.
This is wild to me. I didn't know people lived like this.
Well, like Steve, I'll be honest. I thought you were a big nerd and would get the insurance every time. I thought I was just a dummy, and that like I remember I was on a mountain in France skiing, and halfway down I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot to get insurance." Better go slow.
No, I'm a big nerd, which is why I've done the math to know that it's a fucking scam. That's the big nerd coming out.
My parents have always done the insurance. They usually buy the plane tickets for me.
Huh?
And that,
Oh.
But isn't it just like general travel insurance, where it's like they lose your bag or anything? Like it's a whole, you know what I mean? It's like every day you're away. Is this like an Australian thing? Am I
I
getting
think that's an
confused?
Australian thing.
It's
Like
more popular in Australia, but it's still a thing in the States.
in America, losing your bag is part of the experience.
Me, the travel insurance, I get it because if I get, let's say I'm going to the US and I get injured or whatever, if I have to go to the hospital, I don't want to have to pay US
Exactly.
health bills.
Oh, that's a good point. Whereas Americans, like, we're like, we don't get it. We don't have insurance anyway.
Yeah.
No, that's like America is the one that like everyone is like, you got to get travel insurance for America, or otherwise, you know, you cut your finger and they charge you like $100,000, and then suddenly you're catering a fucking job in Idaho and you're trying to pick it up. Yeah?
In America, if you look at someone else get injured, the hospital charges you.
Whose turn is it?
I don't know.
And Taylor, great job. Not Tay Devil that time. Good work. Keep it up. Steve, what do you got? Split him.
Okay. That whole time I could have been thinking of a question,
Fool.
Said you were asking him.
but I didn't. Okay. I'm trying to think of stuff we've already talked about. Okay. If you've had Thai food within the last week, shut your camera off. Because that is how long it took me to get the Thai food.
No. Feeling all right. All right. How
Feeling very unrelatable this episode. I'm here eating Thai food with no insurance.
You didn't get chopstick insurance? Sometimes there are splinters. You gotta be careful. Okay. All right. How about
What if
How-
we end this in a tie?
Yes. Thai. Aha. Thai food.
no, yep.
Quiet.
Right. Taylor, I'm willing to concede this to Steve as long as Kira's eliminated for that comment. I think she's out. I think the camera's off. I'm sorry. You did a pun. Out of turn. Taylor, come on. We got rules here. We got rules here on this show.
I can think of worse things. Don't worry about it.
Kira's upset now.
Huh.
The universal upset sound. Meh.
Meh. I do enjoy that. Okay. All right. How about this? If you subscribe to more than 2 streaming services, shut your camera off. More than 2 streaming services, shut your camera off. Fuck. Really? Yes.
Damn it.
Fuck. I thought surely everyone's like on at least 2. There's so you just forget that you have them.
Well, most people don't subscribe to any. They just have someone else's password.
Yeah. Speaking of, Steve, is yours still not Edward Snowden 123? Is that the password?
No, it is not Edward Snowden 420, apparently. By the way, I did a little thing since I'm playing Oklahoma City tomorrow. I did a little thing promoting the show where I was doing like like a question and answer with fans from Oklahoma, and someone said, "Have you ever tried Oklahoma weed, and why is it better than everywhere else?" And I replied, "Travel more."
Imagine the best weed in the world, brother. You got to get to Oklahoma. Like, Snoop Dogg passing through, being like, "This is the shit right here."
Just a guy smoking actual weeds.
He wasn't
Sorry.
dandelion about
Did you
this.
put it in the dishwasher?
All right, wait, Taylor, should we get to reverse icebreakers?
Sure.
I believe we should.
Breakers.
All right, you slash the answer. We try and guess the question. All right, let's do it.
You're first, baby Gus.
Baby boy, the babiest
Hey.
of boys.
My answer today is Piff the Magic Dragon.
Piff,
Piff the Magic Dragon.
What is your Netflix password?
I'm assuming that was the show that you went to go see in Vegas, but it can't be that simple.
Like, knowing Gus, he probably tried to sell Piff the Magic Dragon weed. Like, I think.
Who
Yeah.
who were you surprised was at the next urinal at the casino?
Ish.
Who did you think was called Puff the Magic Dragon until earlier today?
Who was on your flight?
Also, I wish.
Who did you see on a dating app of some description?
It's a J date, but the J is for joint.
How does Mike Tyson say Puff the Magic Dragon?
Oh my god!
Well done.
That's the winner right there. Gus, what is the actual question?
So you're most of the way there, Steve. I did go see. That was the one show I did see, but the answer is who let me be part of a magic trick during their show in Vegas in the Flamingo showroom.
Oh my god! Do I get an accuracy point for
You
that?
get a half of one.
All right, I'll take a half.
I mean, is there anybody better to react at a magic trick than August Walsh's baby boy? Like, come on.
It was really cool.
What was can you explain what happened? Can you give us any detail on the trick?
Yeah, so I was at one table pretty close to the stage, and he asked this other table, pick a number 1 through 10 or 12, and they picked 7. And then he called on me, and they had me pick a number between 1 and 59, and I picked 59. And then he opened this pizza box and pulled out a clock without batteries, and it read 7:59.
I like to think that Gus's like shocked reaction was just when he got the pizza box.
Like, surely it's that he was high and there's like, wait, there's no pizza in there? Fuck. So sad. I don't want information. I want cheese and carbohydrates.
Oh, Deb has the clock. I guess Deb was there too.
Deb has the clock?
Yeah, he gave us the clock. He threw us the clock at the end. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, pizza. It had pizza in the... Okay. I just thought it was like a digital clock, which doesn't make sense because he said it had no batteries.
Yeah, I
All
was
right.
trying to figure that out also. I forgot that analog clocks exist.
Batteries not included. It would have been sick if he like had his number on that as well. Just like throws it out to the crowd and just like, call me. Fuck yeah, dude. That's it. All right, thank you guys. That was a good one. Thanks, Deb, as well. Of course, obviously. All right. What do we got? One more, Taylor?
Yes, we do. Leone.
Lovely. Leone. Oh my god, a German. Very exciting. Leone, good to see you.
Hey, my answer for you today is he was flabbergasted and tried to follow them.
He was flabbergasted.
And tried to what?
Follow them.
He was
Follow them.
flabbergasted and tried to follow them.
Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted is such a specific term. Especially for a German, let's be honest. Like, if you were picking up English as a second language, how many books in is it like flabbergasted?
I'm not positive that it's not a German word, to be honest.
Yeah.
He was flabbergasted.
He was flabbergasted, and then what was it? He
Was trying to follow them.
Was trying to follow them.
flabbergasted, was trying to follow them. What did I do to the cooks at the Thai place when they wouldn't give me my fucking food?
Follow them around in the kitchen like, hey, pad thai, chicken.
Can't wait till
You were trying to follow, you were trying to chase.
Sure.
They ordered from a different Thai place because they were out of food. That's why you waited so long.
They were like, "Oh, good, they got standard stuff on the menu. We can find that anywhere."
So flabbergasted had tried to follow them. Was it like someone's reaction to seeing a person do a backflip? That's kind of all I can think. It's like, that's incredible when they injure themselves bodily. I don't know.
What happened? What happened when Leedy saw someone go to the secret bathrooms in Vegas?
Just the idea of like, man, how was Vegas? Fucking great. There are secret bathrooms there that most people don't know about. What's in them? Toilets?
Yeah, everyone else is like, man, those fountains at the Bellagio were fantastic, and she's like, I know, right? In the secret bathrooms, but like, no, I meant the ones outside. I think you just saw a bidet.
Does everybody do that in Vegas, by the way, when like you like use a bathroom, you listen to Claire de Lune so you can enjoy a bit of Ocean's 11 nostalgia? No?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What you do is you set all the bidets in sync.
And then you just run between them pissing.
Yeah.
I like it. Horrific waste of water. All right, Leonie, we obviously have no fucking idea. We're so far away. We're talking about Ocean's 11, which is in fact a heist film. So, like, let us know what's happening.
How did my mom's colleague react after she mentioned that her husband and boyfriend are going to pick her up?
Oh.
Wait.
He was a bit of a ladies' man and couldn't imagine how it would go over if he introduced his girlfriend to his wife. But yeah. And they weren't, my mum and her boyfriend weren't romantically involved, but the usual meet and greet would be for him to pick her up and spin her around. And since my dad's car back then had a broken passenger seat, my mum and her friend were sitting in the back and my dad was driving them.
So wait, your mother, ex-boyfriend?
Kind of, yep.
Or just involved in a, you know what, I won't pry.
Well, they were just friends,
They
not
were
romantic friends.
So they said boyfriend as in friend that's a boy?
Yes.
Okay,
well,
that's
in
not what
Germany,
that
you
word
don't have sort of different terms for friend and friend with benefits kind of thing.
Leonie, how you have flabbergasted, but you don't have boyfriend?
Because like it's just the masculine like Freund, and then it's like girls like Freundin, and like but there's no like if I have a girlfriend, she's mine Freundin, right?
Yeah.
But like it's not like but that would also be my female friend, if that makes sense. It's the same word.
So you have one term for romantically involved and not.
Yeah.
What is the
one
German
of the
word
odd situations where German isn't specific.
What is the German word for platonic?
Platonisch.
Should have guessed. Now, what weird to me because like the German language has words for like 3 sentences long.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, there could be a word for when you press the elevator button and it doesn't light up, and so you're not sure if that's your floor or not, but it turns out the light's just broken. And they just have one word for that.
Yeah. Like my favorite one is großer deutscher Wasserdruck, which means high German water pressure. Like that's just one word to explain the really powerful plumbing in Germany.
My favorite one, I think it's Elefantinen, and it means this is real. It means when 2 trucks are going about the same speed on the highway in front of each other. It literally translates to elephant race. But it means like when you're just stuck behind these 2 trucks and they won't pass each other. And there's a word for that situation, but there isn't a word for man I know and like, but I'm not fucking.
I want to, close off that possibility, Steve. Why are you doing this puritanical American bullshit here? Why can't he be your friend and someone you give a hand job to occasionally? Come on.
What's the German for who knows?
Well, my favorite German fact that I've always wanted to figure out a way to do this on stage elegantly, but I never managed it. There's no word for awkward in German. There's like words that are like close, but never like for awkward, which I think makes it easier to shit on people. Does that make sense?
Oh my God. Someone gets shit on and they're like, what's the word?
Yeah, so that was it.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, thank you, Leonie. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Do we have time for a regular question, or should we go to drawings?
Go to drawing. Should we go to drawings? Do you have some drawings ready to go?
I got some drawings, yeah.
Let's do it. Lady. Taylor, that's not lady.
Wait,
I think we established last week who Lady was. I wanna drop.
She-
A leader.
Also,
That-
I just
that-
realized it took me this long to notice my name is spelled wrong.
Yeah, it's because there's 2 E in peeved.
There.
There's a reason.
Three.
And the other lady's being punished.
Oh no!
Where's the other lady?
Did you just make a pun in punished?
I wish I was that fucking smart.
Oh my god.
I think
Where
you
did
need
she
to be
go?
punished.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She knows what she did.
Oh my god.
Hey, Tay Devil, back on top of the game.
It's
My God.
Tastifer, you fucking.
Tastifer. Oh, shit. Okay. It's all happening here.
I would go with tails above.
That's my father.
Here we go. First up, I have the chicken pile.
Oh my god.
And last but not least for now, I just have Steve trying to reach for toilet paper.
Oh,
That's so sad.
I was.
It's pure stress. There's tears in his eyes. And that is all for now.
And I couldn't wipe the tears away because there was no toilet paper.
Like, I really need to emphasize just how gross I found the drawing of Chicken Pile. Like,
Yeah, that's the
kind
gross
of like
one.
a fun image, but then I saw it and I'm like, no, bad, very bad.
The real
Very
key, Dan,
bad.
is you do not want to go last at the chicken pile.
I mean, I'm putting it out there. I don't want to go first either. I don't want to do the chicken pile. I'm quite happy to stay away from the chicken pile for the rest of my life.
You're not into a huge pile of cock?
Well done.
Sorry, lady, I'll get you off screen for that.
Honestly, would much prefer that to the chicken pile. Like 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. Like looking at that chicken pile, I'm like, nah, give me a nice mound of cock. Why not? That's better.
And it would come quicker than the Thai food.
They don't all come at once, Steve. It's not a Rat King scenario. Do people know what a Rat King is? That's quite a specific reference. Okay, cool. Just checking. What was I, Steve? This is kind of out of the goddamn blue, but I thought you might enjoy it. I've got some Australian slang for you because I found some Australian slang lurking online, and I thought we could do a little speed test because it's basically all the different types of shit according to Australians. Because there's different types of shit, and I was wondering if you might be able to figure out which shits are which.
That was really good.
Thank you. All right. Your first shit. Dog shit.
Oh, so like, okay, I thought you meant like Australian words and one of them meant like constipated. And one of them meant...
Still could
okay.
No. This is just the different types of shit.
Okay,
And-
dog shit is something that's bad.
Correct. Bullshit.
A lie.
True. Horse shit.
Kind of a lie, but something like unbelievable. Like,
Oh, fuck. Spot on. It says nonsense here. Ape shit.
crazy.
Well, it says rambunctious, but I'll give it to you. Bat shit.
Oh, batshit is crazy.
Correct. Chicken shit.
What?
Chicken shit.
The coward who won't join the chicken pile.
Fuck yeah, dude. Say it to my fucking All right. So, rat shit.
Okay, so all the others are used in America also. Rat shit, I've not heard of in America.
I haven't.
Like, in describing something as rat shit,
Yeah.
small.
It is not small. It is poor quality, but I would also argue like rat shit is kind of like someone who's very hungover. I refer to myself as rat morning after.
Okay, we say ratchet, which is kind of similar to rat shit.
I like it. I think ratchet's actually better. No shit.
Of course, it's sarcastic.
Holy shit.
An exclamation.
Yep, mind-blowing, unbelievable. Hot shit.
Great.
Yep. Dip shit.
Stupid.
Yep, tough shit.
Nothing you can do about it.
Yep, it says take it or leave it. Jack shit.
Worthless.
It says nothing.
Or
Jack
nothing.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the shit.
Same thing as hot shit.
Well, it says perfection, but there we go. Not bad. Not a bad little run. So you guys use most of them?
We use all of them except for rat shit. Am I wrong in that? Do any Americans like know rat shit? I see mostly no's in the crowd. Yeah, so we use all those also.
I mean, Leprechaun says he uses rat shit, but I assume is that some kind of fertilizer for his plants.
That's chicken shit.
Who would have thought? He's a horticulturalist. Right.
So all
We
the
do.
different types of animal shit. So you guys don't have like, you don't describe something as kangaroo shit or dingo shit or like animals we don't have?
Not that comes to mind. I'm trying to think. Like you would never say kangaroo. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
We
Because
need
like
to make
dingo-
up a bunch more that people don't use, like specific ones.
Yeah, I think we could definitely. We've got that kind of time. But the problem is, Steve, is that like dog shit is 2 syllables, dingo shit is 3. And I don't know if you know about Australian English. We try to save as many syllables as possible.
Cow
so,
shit.
so we can throw a fuck in there.
All right, what's cow shit then?
Cow shit. No, it's bullshit. Come on.
Okay, that's already all right. Cat shit.
I think cat shit is just kind of gross. You know, people aren't really looking to use that moving forward.
Fair.
This is shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Bird shit. Oh, that's an unfortunate surprise.
Bird shit. But you've already got like chicken shit. But I was also
Bad luck. Bird shit is bad luck.
It's good luck if a bird shits on you.
I disagree. That's just someone who was being made fun of for being shit on by a bird, and they're like, no, this is wonderful.
Sounds like somebody's never had a bird shit on them.
Yeah, I've been lucky.
Oh, you just haven't been outside much.
That's actually a very good point. Birds aren't as around at night, so
They're not lurking inside Thai restaurants.
if they were,
All right,
maybe
let's
they
get-
could have cooked faster.
Mate, if you want fast food, just head to the chicken pile. No, let's get to.
By the
Yeah.
way, we passed by. I am not a dad, but man, do I like dad jokes. And we passed by a place called Chicken Express, and I was like, I wonder if they serve panda.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing? That might be the best joke of the show, Steve. I think you pegged it. I didn't realize this is what people were looking for. So I think, like, yeah, I owe an apology to Kira because apparently that Thai joke was what it's all about. That's what this show is. Journey towards puns. I'm doing my best to right the ship, but I can't win.
Kira, no need to sulk anymore. You're on Team Pun. And we're up. Pun to
On my
nothing.
side. She said boo. Thank you, Meg. Stay strong. What? Brad Dixon, my wife and I went our separate ways. She said I lacked a sense of direction, so I packed my shit and write. Oh, got it. Figured it out. Jeez, this is like a Norm Macdonald set on Conan without the irony. It's tough going. Well, before I met my wife, I felt incomplete. Now I'm finished. All right, let's keep going. Would you rather time?
Good.
Would you
I have
rather get more
time-
puns?
I have time to eat my cold Thai food.
You better believe it. Do you have a sip of water?
He told me you killed him.
Oh, no water.
I would you rather.
All right. Did you see, Steve, the Would You Rather this week?
I do not.
Look, I'll be honest, I've been pretty busy. I don't know if it's my best work, but we got some votes in. 60-40 is the current split. Which way do you reckon it's going? Never be able to take anything that anyone offers you, or have to take everything that everyone offers you?
That's horrific.
Both bad.
I would say never take what people offer you. Because most of the time people offer me something, it is something I don't want. The vast majority of the time someone offers me something is they're like, hey, when you're on your way to this gig, do you want to drive 84 minutes out of the way and have dinner with my grandma? It's stuff like that. I'm like, no.
Only my nan, huh? That's the only old lady you're willing to take a little detour for.
Look, Dan, love knows no bounds.
She never said you guys were in love. She said it was more of a physical thing, but that's okay.
Yeah, we love to be physical. Okay, I'll stop. So,
I feel like this is a good game for bingo this week. You know, like I feel like if you play an AOE bingo this week, everyone's doing pretty well. Yeah.
I would say, especially because a lot of times someone offers me something, it is like alcohol at a show, or like drugs that I don't want, or food I wouldn't want to eat, or things like that. And I don't think I get a lot of stuff because people offer it to me. Like a lot of the stuff in my life, I don't think I get. Unless does work count?
Well, this is the thing. I was thinking, you kind of do get offered a job.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, does that count?
But like, so then you have to be self-employed, I guess. If like you get offered a job, we'd like to offer you this job, or you'd have to exclusively work for companies that don't word it that way. It's just like, can you
literally
give me the job?
Every gig comes with an offer sheet.
Yeah. It's tough.
I think that's just people misusing the word. Because it's like, we'd like to offer you the chance to earn us money.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's a contract, then there needs to be offer and consideration. Like those are the two things that create a contract. So like every contract necessarily has an offer. So you can never really be party to a contract. If you say,
look, just because you failed out of law school doesn't mean you get to flaunt your knowledge around for the rest of us.
Look, this has been a hot episode for me. German and law school. Thank you, ladies. One at a time. I made some great choices. But yeah, like, because that's a tricky one. But I agree with you, because like most of the things people offer you, no good. Like it is alcohol. It is like you want to catch up with them. Like isn't that the funniest one? I said this to someone and apparently it stuck with them big time. But like I helped them out with something and they were like, you should come over for dinner sometime for me to say thank you. It's like, but now I've done you 2 favors, you know?
High five across the screen. That is amazing. And yeah, I got someone mad at me. Like a fan offered to like buy me lunch, and I was like, I don't really do that. And they were like mad that I didn't want to have lunch with them. And I'm like, my meet and greets are $100. You think I'm gonna go hang out with just you for 15?
I love that you're not like, I don't have lunch with my fans. You're just like, just not at that price point.
Someone offered me tickets to a hockey game, and I was like, hey, you're probably wonderful, but to roll the dice on spending 3 hours with a stranger, no.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Do you know what I had like last year when I was doing like my tour thing in Australia? I was in Adelaide and I didn't have a car and I needed to get this gig, and the gig was a 5-hour drive away. Did I tell this already? Like it was a 5-hour drive away from Adelaide, and I needed a way to get there, and everyone I knew in Adelaide was busy, so I had to ask for like a comedian they recommended. I'm like, who could do this with me? And he was like, yeah, I got to get back for work the next day, so do you mind if we leave straight after the gig? Because I was supposed to be like accommodation. So we drove 5 hours there, and then we'd do a 2-hour gig, drive 5 hours back, get back to Adelaide at like 3 a.m. And I'd never met this guy, and I agreed to it. And I was like, Dan, you're a fucking moron. Like, what if this guy just, not even if he's weird, just if he's boring, like 10 hours out of 13, one-on-one with this fella. Like, thank God he was all right, but fucking hell.
I used to have to do that when I was like getting openers and stuff.
Yeah.
I would never do it just for a ride. I'd rent a car because that's worth it. Because if I was 2 hours into a 10-hour drive with someone I didn't want to be in a car with, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's worth whatever I don't care how broke I was, how in debt I was. That's still, what's the rental car? $150? Yeah, you know what? Give me the insurance this time. Why? Because I'm gonna run this thing the fuck off the road. That's why. Yeah, I am a person who like, even with my close friends. Like last night was the first true night off we've had on the tour in a couple of weeks. It was because even on, typically the nights off I do AUE. And then last week I couldn't do AUE, but we had the game in Vegas, and then we also had who's calling my fucking hotel room right now? This is wild.
Take the call. Yeah.
Tell me it's leading.
Wasn't
Tell
leading.
me it's leading.
No, I was checking.
Fuck, for a second, Taylor, that transition was so smooth. I thought someone had planned a bit with you to like prank Steve, and you were going to cut to them on the phone as he like left the screen.
Oh my god. Sit down, lady. It was, hello, sir. Would you like a wake-up call tomorrow?
Wake-up call.
And my response was, why would you call someone and ask them that? What? I mean, first of all, we are 10 years past when anyone has needed a wake-up call.
I disagree. Sorry. Jumping in. I missed that flight out of
All right,
Perth
hold on.
last year, so now when I have a big night, I ask for it.
We are 10 years past when an adult has needed a wake-up call.
Hey, Steve, I've got a mortgage. I'm losing my hair. Come on. I'm an adult, baby. I got it all. I got all the adult responsibilities.
The idea of like, there is an alarm. You know where the phone was located? Next to the alarm clock. And
Wait. You use the hotel room alarm clock.
No, I don't. But if I were technologically backwards enough to need a fucking wake-up call, I could just use the alarm clock.
Steve, the wake-up call is the insurance on the alarm, and you get it for free.
I already told you I don't get the insurance.
Well, me and Kira do get it, and we like the wake-up call. So, fuck you, all right? I got support in the chat from not many people.
Calls a room. It is 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Okay. If I need a wake-up call in the morning, it's already getting late. Like if I need a wake-up call early enough to not have to wake up on my own. Like that's for a flight. That's for like a 6 a.m. type of thing.
Yeah.
But also, who the fuck I checked in 12 hours ago. Like the idea that in all that time, I was like, you know what? I didn't think of that. That's a really good point. Now, it is true, by the way, I'm a little worried right now because I do have to wake up very early tomorrow morning. If I sleep through my fucking alarm.
Dave, would you like to schedule a I told you so call for tomorrow? That's something you'd appreciate.
I'd pay for one of those.
Yeah. I also, back in the days when I did schedule wake-up calls, what's wild is that they don't do them at the exact time you schedule them for.
They don't. That's true.
Yeah. I scheduled one, say it was like 7:15 or something, because I'm like, it's, I'm exhausted. I just need 15 minutes to just throw my clothes on, get out, get a cab, go to the airport. And they called it like 7:30. And I was like, what the hell is this? And they were like, 7:15 wake-up call. I was like, huh.
That's so funny.
I think I may have missed the point of this.
Because they were actually asleep and they got someone from another hotel to call them to wake them up. There's this chain reaction.
But
of
it was
hotel
late because they were waiting for
calls.
Thai food.
Exactly. How does he
Just
thought it was
can't-
going to be the Thai restaurant calling, being like, "Yeah, man, I got some vegetarian spring rolls for Mr. Hofstadter." Like, what the fuck?
I've also had times where they've knocked on my door because I have the Do Not Disturb on to check that I don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah.
I look. I always forget about the do not disturb and like the little switch thing, like to let you know to not come in. But also like sometimes they knock at like 10. I'm asleep. This is a hotel. Like, do the room service at midday minimum. Minimum. I got chicken in my bed. I got a flush day.
Well, they have to. I mean, they do have to turn all the rooms by check-in time, which is why they start early. But
Yeah, but like I'm not checking out, baby. Do those, then come to me. I could be last.
that's actually a good point. Do the rooms that are checking out first.
Exactly. And then people like you, by the way, I noticed that 9 p.m. checked in 12 hours ago. Okay, early check-in. Someone's got status. Fair enough. Live your life.
I also did not do that math correctly, but I did check in a while ago.
Old Steve Hofstoner playing fast and loose with the times. Did you need to call people to wake them up, perchance?
Well, I was playing fast and also I was furious. So
Dude, it's coming out. It's happening. Fast 10.
But it is in a couple days. By the way, for me, 10 o'clock is check-in time. For you, 10 o'clock is chicken time.
Yeah, no, it's 10 o'clock is when you wake up, you look at the chicken beside the bed, and you're like, should I? And then you're like, no, I should have a juice.
The amount of times that, like, I had, like, a big takeout dinner in a hotel, and I didn't finish it, and I just, like, left on the desk, and then the next morning, because I would be like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll have some in the morning. Then I wake up in the morning, and I look at it, and I'm like, what the... No! God, no!
Like, people, I'll be honest, I think anyone who keeps fries for the next day is a subspecies. Like, I can't, like, people do that. They're like, I'm going to reheat the fries. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. They're a one-night deal.
I did learn a trick.
Guys,
I
we've
learned a
talked
trick.
about this.
The refried fries. They're good.
I like the Taylor's jumping in. It's like, you're repeating content. Who would have thought? The refried fries. That's the hill on which we choose to die, Steve Hofstadter. Not the pile of chicken, but the refried fries.
That is
we
the
haven't
pile
taken a
I will
question.
die on.
We haven't taken a question?
No.
Oh.
So
How did the
finish
poll
up
go?
with- Yeah, finish the poll.
Isn't it weird? Finish the poll, that's fine. Isn't it weird that the show where there was nobody else tailored actually had more structure?
Yeah. Whoa.
It is also weird that I know I'm not high, but also I'm now confused as to whether or not I am.
To go to the poll, never be able to take anything that anyone offers you, 60%. Have to take everything that everyone offers you, 40%.
I wouldn't do it. Also, think about it this way. Someone pulls up, hey, want to ride?
Oh.
But Steve, I don't know if you're aware of this dilemma, but it is ride or die. But sometimes it's both.
They pull up, they're like, want to ride? And you're like, to Adelaide.
It was technically to Mount Gambier, where the main attraction is a sinkhole they built a garden in. Fuck me, rural Australia is bleak.
Oh my god. Also, that would mean that you could never turn anyone down for a date.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, it's got to be no, right? It just has to be.
Yeah, and
everything.
considering you're married, you better hope a divorce lawyer offers to represent you.
But like,
Yeah.
if you're dying and the hospital's like, I need you to accept this surgery, and you're just like, please tell me that's not an offer, and then you fucking die because you can't accept life-altering surgery. I've been watching a lot of House. A lot of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you know, but American hospitals are a business, so there's probably a contract involved. We did it! We brought it all the way back around. All right, we did that. Taylor, is there a regular question?
Yep.
Lovely.
Yes, there it is.
Yisrael, what's the question, brother?
Okay, first of all, thanks for taking my question today. It's actually my Hebrew birthday.
Hey!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Thanks. English birthday, May 29th.
Hey, that's my birthday. What up? Yeah, so what is your question?
I live in Jerusalem, and there's a psychological disorder called Jerusalem syndrome.
Mhm.
If there would be a psychological disorder named after your city, either birth or where you currently live, what would it be called, and what would the symptoms be?
If there was Pittsburgh syndrome, it'd be putting potatoes on everything.
Sydney syndrome is just thinking that you need to buy a house, even though you can never afford one.
Oh.
You can never let it go. You can never just rent.
New York syndrome is thinking that you are right about everything, but also being right about that.
Israel, if you don't mind me asking, what are the symptoms of Jerusalem syndrome? What is this actual one?
People actually come to Jerusalem and they become so inspired. They think they're the Virgin Mary or Jesus or Moses, and they get admitted to the hospital here. It's a known syndrome.
I think as an only child, I should never go to Jerusalem because I'm fucking right there as it is. Okay. Wow. Interesting. It's like inspiring. Yeah, I think that'd be Sydney. Is there anything else like with Sydney? You've been here, Steve. Is there anything else that, we kind
of... Sydney syndrome. Falsely believing you're better than Melbourne.
We are. No, I mean, I don't believe that at all.
Where's
Melbourne.
Steph Andrews when I need her?
Her internet shit.
Yeah, you know why? Because she lives in Melbourne. Sucked in.
She's in the United States right now.
Oh, well, sorry about that. Yeah, Sydney syndrome. Something about. Oh yeah, it's probably too specific for you guys, but basically in Sydney, the water is east of where we live. The eastern side of the city, and then the city basically sprawls west. That's kind of how it works. So it's like the water bit, but it's all the nicest stuff, and it just kind of sprawls west. So there's a thing in Sydney, kind of like Zoolander, where nobody goes west of where they live. Like, you never go west of where you live. You only go east of where you live, then back to where you live. If you go west, it's not good.
I think for Pittsburgh syndrome, the real answer for Pittsburgh syndrome is that you can't understand why anyone would want to move to Pittsburgh who's not from Pittsburgh, but also you think everyone who's from Pittsburgh is better than the people who move there.
Okay.
That sounds like New York syndrome as well.
No, in New York, we don't question why people would move to New York. It's accepted that people are going to want to move there.
I see.
With Pittsburgh, it's a weird combination of whatever the term nationalism would be for a city, but also low self-esteem at the same time.
Parochialism.
Parochialism. It is parochialism and also low self-esteem. It's a very weird mix. You're only a true Pittsburgher if you've lived there more than 300 years.
You worked in steel.
Thank you, Israel. Very good question. And happy birthday. All right, Taylor, should we get into the polls? I reckon it's poll time.
Sure.
Because this is a big one. This is the one we've all been waiting for.
Indeed.
Would you like to introduce it? I feel like the polls,
Oh, don't you have the jingle, my friend?
I got the jingle. Guys, it's the finals of the Home Alone bracket.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Nah, mate, we're good. Cool.
Give up.
All right. So, we've been doing this for 12 plus weeks, which doesn't seem like it, but it is. Basically, we're trying to find the best actor to play Kevin McAllister in Home Alone, and yes, it's just whenever their prime is. Our options are, and do we want to go one at a time, and then you do your thing, Dan?
Yes. So
your thing.
Basically, as you know, I try to make little trailers for the movies, but this week my video downloading software has failed. So I'm just gonna have to kind of act it out. Now, what's important to remember is I'm not good at that. So just if you thought the jingles were a bit scratchy, fuck me. But I've got the 4. Taylor, do you want to run through the 4?
Yep, and I just like to say, Dan, don't let anyone tell you don't suffer for your art.
Thank you.
There you go. Choice number 1 is Robin Williams.
Robin, well, just go through all 4, and then I've
Yep.
got an order in which to do them because I think it'll make more sense in order.
Okay, so your choices are Robin Williams, Samuel L. Jackson, Weird Al, and Tim Curry.
Okay, so Jesus, ugh. It's really more easy when I get to just press a button. Okay, this is what it might sound like if Samuel L. Jackson was playing Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. Enough is enough. I've had it with these motherfucking bandits in this motherfucking house. Everybody strap in. I'm about to throw some bricks at them. That is Kevin L. McAllister. Your first option. The second is Robin Williams. Robin Williams. Hey Kevin, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Hey, it's not your fault that you ruined the pizzas. It's not your fault. Buzz is a cunt. That's the end of that one.
I don't mean to criticize, but that sounded like Kevin McAllister's therapist.
Also, of all of the Robin Williams roles that are iconically Robin Williams, you went with Good Will Hunting?
I'm not gonna blame him for that.
Yeah, Steve, because I thought it was a funny one to choose.
Fair enough.
And also, before everyone jumps, I don't know if you've realized, Robin Williams kind of has a singular energy. So trying to act that out would not go well. Whereas Samuel L. Jackson just yells. I can do that. All right, here we go. Number 3. Weird Al Yankovic. Again, I feel like there's going to be some criticism about this, but I did what I could, okay? About 2 decades ago, in a Chicago suburb, a boy was abandoned by his family. Dun, 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 dun. Bandits thought they could break on in. Not so fast, thought young Kevin, so he went about setting a few little traps. And then, I couldn't be bothered to do the second verse. Oh my, this little Kevin guy, a little hater, innovator, gonna make Joe Pesci almost die. His family left without kissing him goodbye. I hope this makes my mother cry. Yeah, it'll probably make my mother cry. There you go. Have that one.
John Williams.
I need a vote again. Please.
That was
Nope, too late.
Damn it.
That needs to be my ringtone.
Look, and then Tim Curry. Hello, this time I'm a kid killing people rather than a clown killing children. Thank you. I don't know who Tim Curry is.
Can I do a different Samuel L. Jackson?
I would love you to do a different Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker.
That's pretty good. Look, I'll be honest, that seemed easier than what I did. So,
Yeah, the snakes on a plane thing was pretty fun.
thank you. I was trying to download it. I was going to dub it. It was going to be fun. But anyway, yeah. So that's kind of what we work with, Taylor. I'm sorry for the lack of production value, but I will say that Weird Al Yankovic thing, I came up with that in about 32 seconds, so not bad for me.
That's pretty long for you. Usually it's like 5. So
off. There's quite a lot of words.
This is a compliment, sir. Don't tell me to fuck off.
You put a lot of
I'll
work
tell you
into
to
it.
fuck off.
I would have gone with, I think we're home alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Well, you weren't here, Steve.
Fair.
Anyway, here's your results. In fourth place, we have Weird Al. In third place, you have Tim Curry.
Oh.
In second place, you have Robin Williams, which means your Kevin McAllister is Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Huge. What was that thing in Pulp Fiction? Get me my wallet. It's the one that says Kevin McAllister on it. Okay, good stuff. We got through that. Lovely. Thank you, Taylor, for running the polls. Always going to give Taylor a little round of applause there. It's not easy to come up with things before the show. I should know. Cool. All right. This was just pointed out to me in the chat. So, Steve, we did play a game last week, which I got to say was pretty good. And I think we might reintroduce the regular rotation. Guys, I think Steve deserves a turn at Ask Gus Everything.
Yeah.
That's the name of this game. Ask Gus Everything. And let's just take a second for the jingle. Gus.
Yes.
Walsh. Yeah. Steve, Ask Gus Everything is a brand new game where everybody takes themselves off mute, keeps their volume at 1/5, and then on the count of 3, asks you a question. Everybody asks them all at the same time. You try
Gus a question? Or
ask you a question.
Gus was the first person.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So
I
but
was
it's just-
getting my questions ready for Gus.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No. He already tried to answer them. And basically, Steve, you need to answer as many questions as you can in 1 minute before the timer runs out. I got a little timer here. So, guys, everybody ready? Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, on the count of 3, we're going to play a bit of Ask Steve Everything. 1, 2, 3.
What
should you pay for that t-shirt?
Music.
Plaid
What's your
song.
favorite kind of
What's
music?
your mustache?
You had 3
What's the
balls.
Where are you traveling to?
Cut one off.
Where would you start with the chicken pie?
When's your next vacation?
All right. I'm
Like
going to
Erica.
answer. I don't know. I answered all of them.
Oh, no.
Oh, you have to answer.
I'm on my way. I'm in Oklahoma City on my way to Columbia, Missouri. I don't take vacations. I don't have a mustache. I'm going white here on my beard, so it looks like a mustache.
Type of music.
I didn't hear that one, but 7. That's got to be the answer to one of them.
I'll take that.
Type of music. Kind of music do you like?
My T-shirt is a joke from the movie Overhaul. All the cast got them, and you'll understand it when the movie comes out.
Oh, sorry,
and
five.
I like hip
Five.
hop.
Three.
I
Like hip hop.
both of
6.
them.
It did 6. Not bad. Give a round of applause. 6, ladies and gentlemen.
The toughest part of that game is that Zoom literally only has 3 audio channels coming at a time.
Yep. Should be easy. No, I'm just kidding. The record is 7, set by Dan, but now let's go.
Nice. Well, the I don't know had to be the answer to one of them.
Yeah, but that's a big old loophole, Steve. You could drive a truck through that thing.
Yeah, that's a giant loophole. But you know what I should have done? I should have just paused for a while, and as it hit 59 seconds, I should have just gone, no.
All right. What we? Oh yeah, Steve. Do you have anything to tell these lovely people? We're about to get out of here. We did it. We made it.
Yeah, the Steel City Arts Foundation first annual gala is coming up. For those who are coming to the gala, make sure you get your tickets to Teeny Fest also. That's the comedy festival that will go on for 3 nights before the gala. I am doing the opening show, and one of the shows is called Make Bubby Proud. It is the Jewish themed show, and what it is it's Jewish comics doing jokes and being judged by 2 actual Jewish grandmothers that will be played by myself and John Bander. So I will be dressed as a Jewish grandmother judging comics live as they're performing. So do not miss that show. That's gonna be fucking fun. If you think I'm ruthless as me, imagine in character. Ooh. Extra protection on that one. And please make the gala if you can. It's a ton of fun, and I'm going to be roasted there. And I've been writing roast jokes for my fellow comedians, and I have 2 categories of them: ones that I plan on using, and ones that I plan on using if they're harsh on me.
Wait, you're getting roasted?
I am getting roasted, yes.
Man.
Fly to Pittsburgh for this. It's June 3rd at the gala.
Ah, that's when I start my goddamn UK tour, bastard.
Yeah.
Maybe I can submit some jokes to Andrew Rivers. He probably needs them.
Rivers will not be there.
Can I read my one for you? Because I don't think any of the comedians are going to use it. I'm not actually roasting you.
Okay.
Okay, I only have like one, I think, but I sent it to you, so it's not really for you anymore. Here it goes. Steve and his girlfriend are so cute together. I could tell Steve is in love because I've only seen him correct her grammar seven times. Sorry, I missed it. I have 2 actually. I once fourth-wheeled on Steve's date, and I say 4 because me and his girlfriend had to sit there while he had a romantic dinner with his phone.
Pretty solid.
So those are the 2.
Leedy out here roasting me like she's the Las Vegas sun.
Yeah, I haven't seen shade thrown like that since you stepped outdoors with a parasol. Whoa. Good. Who's going to be... I would like to write some jokes for someone. I will fucking... I don't know if you guys could tell. I can do roast. I could do that.
I think the funniest person for you to write for, because like he's such a sweetheart and you are not going to be, would be John Bander.
Done. I'll talk to the man. I'll get it going. I'll put some in there.
But if you could write, I have a couple of jokes that I wrote for J.C. Coakley that I cannot use because it would be completely inappropriate for me to say those things as her boss. So if you could write some really mean ones about me and give them to her, then I could use mine.
Whatever you like, sir. I'm happy to in any way I can.
It's okay. I'm trying to remember everybody who's roasting. It's Rob Ryan, Mark Shimkitz, Evan Parker, John Bander, Alyssa Weissensee is hosting it, and J.C. Coakley. I believe that's what the day is.
Yeah.
And
nice.
now I'm terrified. Because also, it's not fair. I can't get you back. You're not even going to be there.
Yeah, but Steve, you only roast the ones you love, so this is the nicest thing I've ever said to you. Lovely. Oh, that'll be fun. I'd love to get Lady to do it. Anyway, not important. So, all right. Lady, anything to tell these lovely people?
Yeah, I just accepted a role in the upcoming season of the Santa Fe Opera. So if you are Santa Fe based, come do that. I don't know if I already announced that on here, but that'll be happening July and August, I think. And then I'm back on tour, I think, at some point. That's all for me.
Lovely. Back on tour in August.
Yes, and if you have hookups for apartments in Santa Fe, let me know.
As we all do. Thank you so much, everybody. I just want to thank you again for last week, everybody who pitched in and helped out on the show. Mike, I don't think is here. Kira made a fucking excellent lady, and then obviously Taylor being on camera. Fuck, he looked good. He looked hot. Steve. He knows how to work lighting correctly, unlike us. Actually, Lady's looking good as well. Why are we in charge of the show? Anyway, I fly to the UK tomorrow. I'll try and figure out what happens in terms of when I do the shows, whether the time stays. I think I'll try and keep the time the same, but sometimes it might not be possible. We'll figure that out. But if you know anyone in the UK, for the love of God, get them to the shows. I would like to sell more tickets because I need to. Fantastic stuff. All right, Ledith, last drawings?
Yes.
Let's do it. Draw me, Leedy, one more time.
All right. Here. Oh, come on, broadcast. Is it working?
It's not working.
No.
Quick, do some more Steve Hofstetter roast jokes.
Try again.
Yes, screen share. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right. First up, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yay! It hadn't popped up for me, so that was very scary. I have Tay Lucifer. Then I just wanted to remind you and torture Dan with the chicken pile once more, so that I could then make the chicken pile.
Oh my god.
And last but not least, the pile that he really wanted.
Lady, I get that it was, to create depth within the image, but I do appreciate just how diverse that cock pile is. Thank you for that.
Of course. And then I also have just the poster for Make Bubby Proud, which I made. So this is the show that Steve is doing as a grandma.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
And that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lita. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Tay Lucifer. Guys, it's another show. Good to see you. Next time I see you, I think I'll be in Italy or London. I don't know. Fucking somewhere. I'll be tired. I'll be grumpy, but we'll all be there, and that's what's important.
I'll finally be home, and I'll be fucking thrilled.
Yeah. All right, everybody. You know the tradition. Goodbye.
Good night. Hey, good night, everybody.